Hi, this is Chuck Aller with this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, folks, I want to teach you how to avoid the Fed shock therapy thrashing, right? Because the Fed raising these rates, we're seeing 4% flop drops in the middle of the week this week. In one day, the market lost over 1,100 points. NASDAQ fell over 4% in one single afternoon. And many of you are reaching out saying, what can I do? What can I do? Well, I'd love to go into more depth and scope, but I don't want to run this video out and lose your attention. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. Let me teach you how even the Fed has admitted they got this wrong. Even former Fed chairmen have admitted they've got this wrong. Bernanke is saying we could go back into the 1970 stagflation experience. Powell came out and said, yeah, we waited too long. You've got the new press secretary that doesn't even know how to answer responses to inflation inquiries and questions. And you got states creating these short-lived tax cuts. They're going to make matters worse that Fox Business talked about by, in the short term, right, we might cut some grocery tax, we might cut some gas tax. But if that increases overall costs on the long term, it's going to end up backfiring. And folks, we're already starting to see that. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. And let me teach you what Bob and Susan were able to learn from the great state of North Carolina. They had a pension decision. So if you're somebody that needs to make a pension decision, and especially if you have a lump sum pension option, please listen up. When interest rates rise, the lump sum pension offer goes down. The balance that you're going to be offered lump sum is reduced. When rates are low, the balance is offered is increased. So Bob waiting till next year would have gotten about 70 to 70,000 less pension based on projections of how high interest rates are going to continue to climb. Well, not only did he take advantage of the lump sum versus taking the monthly traditional pension payout, but he can now fight inflation. Most traditional pensions, there's no cost of living increases because companies can't afford to grow the money faster than what inflation's obviously rearing its ugly head. Add to the fact that he can never control untaxing that money, which would have indefinitely taxed he and his wife and eventually his kids for the rest of their lives, especially he and his wife if they took the monthly pension. But if they didn't do something strategically with the lump sum, which they can get more income, but make it tax-free and also stay ahead of inflation, that's what I want to teach you. How do you offset inflation? Learn how to get rid of unnecessary taxation. How do you offset inflation? Get rid of downside losses. Don't have the same risk like retail has, or eliminate the downside risk to only have upside opportunity. And I'll teach you how this coming Tuesday at retirementprotected.com. Folks, you work hard for your money. Avoid the Fed shock therapy thrashing that's going to continue to get worse. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.